star I need.
Hey, good afternoon. Listen, my name is Andy, and I'm excited to talk to you today about an up-and-coming new thing that most of us never even heard of. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I heard of it and actually created an account on Parler some time back. But should you use Parler? What is Parler? How do I do Parler? I got some of those answers for you, and I've got some links to get you some more answers. Okay, so Parler is another social media platform so similar to Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, a whole bunch of stuff all combined into one that doesn't really have all of the features of any of them, but has anyway. Their biggest claim to fame is they are non-censoring. So, and they're saying that they're hoping that their users will police themselves and not require censoring. Now, it all came about, this last round of why I should switch to Parler all came about because of, let me get back to, give me just a second here. It all came about because of a new movement after the presidential election. Excuse me, that of course you already know that already happened. But there was a new movement that was called Stop the Steal. And they used that hashtag, Stop the Steal. And people were saying, well, actually what happened is Facebook said, we're not going to let you use that. So let me turn that off real quick so we can talk without that interrupting me. All right, so Facebook said, we're not going to let you use Stop the Steal. We're going to block that. If you use it, we're going to censor you, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people said, I don't like Facebook censoring me for a hashtag that I use. Now, I understand free speech, freedom of speech. Some of us are saying that we shouldn't be censored. But then I have a question for you. So should nothing be censored, or should everything be censored, or what? There's a lot of stuff to think about there, because if we don't censor things, then our kids could see stuff that we don't want them to see. So consider that as we're talking about stuff and as we're learning stuff together. But, so, should you Parler? Well, if a lot of your friends are going to Parler and are going to get away from Facebook and Instagram and whatever else, then maybe you should Parler. If you don't care what your friends do and you think, I'm just going to have my say and I'm going to do what I want to do and everything else, and I'm going to keep doing Facebook, keep doing Facebook. If you want to say, I don't like the way Facebook censors everything that I'm doing, then switch to Parler or any of the other social media options that you have. Discord, Parler, Twitter, oh my goodness, Twitch. There's so many different things that you can use. Of course, yes, Facebook is probably the most popular that you can do. Now, having said that, give me just a second here. I'm sorry, they've got to wait. By the way, if you ever buy domain names, just so you know, there are going to be 723 people call you every time that you do a domain name that you may or may not want to talk to. And let me make sure that's not an emergency. I'm sorry, just a sec. I had to mute my phone and I didn't think to do it before I got on with you. Anyway, okay, so back to what I'm saying. Parler is another social media app that you can use, whether it's on your device like your iPhone, Android, whatever, on your tablet, on your computer. You can go to the Parler website and set up everything. So here's what I've got for you. If you are interested in setting up a Parler account and you want to go through all the steps of making it fine-tuned to the way you want to work, I have a group of links for you that you can check out that will walk you right through setting up every single thing, whether it's on your phone or on a PC or a Mac or whatever, that will allow you to fine-tune your Parler account and set it up. By the way, let me give you one free piece of advice. In order to make it easier for people to find you, if you are going to be on Parler and or Facebook, either or, it might be easiest for people to find you if your hashtag, if your name, if your title is congruent between the two. For example, on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page, my name to find me is at Andy Delgado TX. That's the same way you find me on Twitter. That's the same way you find me on Instagram. And now that's the same way you find me on Parler. So Think about that. If you want to be easily findable on any of those outlets, you might want to get so your name, your account name, is the same on all of them. It sure makes it easier when people say, well, what's your ID? And you can say all of them are whatever it is. John Smith, whatever. John Smith, Deer Hunter. I don't, whatever you want it to be. Okay, I'm stopping there. So if you would like to find out how to set up your Parler to fine-tuned so it's exactly the way you want it, if you want to know how to set up your picture, if you want to know how to set up your banner, any of those things, give me a message. I would be happy to get you these links for free, and you can get started parlering with the best of them. All right, I hope you have a fantastic afternoon. Be blessed, and I'll talk to you later.